Consider a woman who just gave birth. The first days are never easy. There is no understanding on the part of the mother how the newborn baby communicates his or her desires. It's mainly some sort of guesswork. But as time evolves, even without a fully developed speech, it gets easier for the mother to attend to the needs, desires, and feelings of the baby, and life becomes more comfortable for her. Unfortunately, or fortunately, relationships in life are not always like that of a mother and a newborn, but involves individuals who grew up under different roofs, with different mindsets, different cultures, and thus different reactions to situations. There's need for a common ground of understanding. Strong relationships are built on communication. It's all about communicating needs, desires, likes, and what have you to the other party. However, it's not always evident to release, or better still, disclose these needs, desires, likes, feelings, and thoughts that boil on the inside. Thus, the importance of understanding how to disclose oneself, which goes a long way to improve communication and obviously better the relationship. Self-disclosure entails more than how much you are willing to tell others about yourself. It's also a crucial building block of intimacy and absolutely vital to a wide variety of social relationships. After all, how far would a romance go if you are not willing to share your thoughts and experiences with your partner? Let's take a look at the Johari window, which gives the different types of selves. The arena contains information that is known to us and to others, such as our height, hair color, occupation, or major. In general, we are comfortable discussing or revealing these topics with most people. Information in the blind spot includes those things that may be apparent to others, yet we are unaware of them in ourselves. The habit of playing with your hair when nervous, for example, may be a habit that others have observed but you haven't. The third area, the facade, contains information that is hidden from others but is known to you. Previous mistakes or failures, embarrassing moments, or family history are topics we typically hold close and reveal only in the context of safe, long-term relationships. Finally, the unknown area contains information that neither others nor we know about. We cannot know how we will react if a parent dies, or just what we will do after graduation until the experience occurs. Knowing about ourselves, especially the blind and unknown areas, enables us to have a healthy, well-rounded self-concept. Self-disclosure, being the ability to let another person know what is real about your thoughts, desires, and feelings, can therefore be seen as transferring information from the hidden self to the open self. It shouldn't be confused with self-description, which is simply disclosure of non-threatening information such as age or height, which is somehow known by others. The question pops in: is it all that helpful to open up to people? A plausible answer could be no. Self-disclosure sure has its risks, that of rejection. Oh yes, people might not like what you disclose about yourself. Negative impressions, loss of control. Knowledge is power. The more someone knows about you, the more power he or she has over you. Hurting others. In case of sensitive information which, if revealed, can cause a person to lose their job, status, ranking, etc. However, the benefits far outnumber the risks. Self-disclosure leads to self-clarification and knowledge. You get to have a better view of who you are. Self-validation. Once you are clear about who you are, you get to accept yourself. You cannot return that intimacy being shared with you. Remember, the whole aim of this is to improve relationships. And as a result, your relationships grow. Furthermore, you tend to receive support and/or advice from other persons who know you. And it increases your social influence. Let's take a break. You might not want to be rejected just yet. You might not want a negative impression to be made of you. Losing control at a particular moment could be out of place. Hurting a loved one could be out of question. What then? Here are a few things to consider when disclosing yourself. Examine your motivations. Is the context, relationship, time, and place appropriate? Consider the burdens the disclosure might cause you or the listener. Give others a chance to reciprocate with their own disclosures before you further disclose. As you make disclosures, the expectation is for them to be reciprocated. You definitely want to consider the following points when responding to disclosures. Keep them confidential. Express support for the other person. Listen actively, with empathy, and with an open mind. Don't use disclosure against the other. And reciprocate by also disclosing. Do you think it's not time to self-disclose, yet you are experiencing some pressure to do so? Consider these points. Don't get pushed into saying something you don't want to. Change the topic and avoid questions that prompt you to self-disclose. And directly but respectfully say no. Are you losing your relationships? Is your personal growth slowing down? Do you feel you are losing your sense of identity? If so, you might want to reevaluate your self-disclosure.